Do you find yourself scrolling through social media, seeing these people with these amazing jobs, and then you go and Google them, try to find them on job sites, and nothing like these jobs seem to exist? Well, or may not be as it seems. So if you want to create your own career in conservation while other people are competing for theirs, stay tuned to this video because I'm going to give you some tips that may help you along your journey.
Lions roaring in the morning sun, searching for a longer day.
If you look for my job on a job site or even my organization's own page, you would not have found it. Why? Because I didn't apply for one. I've never had an interview. Nope. Never. So my current job involves working in elephant ethology, so animal behavior research, in an elephant orphanage, as well as kind of wider conservation with wild elephants, like human-elephant conflict. I found myself in different situations and making the most out of them along the way, really kind of creating a career for myself, getting closer to where I feel I belong. So in my current organization, I've had 4 different job roles, and I really feel like I've grown each time I've moved into a new job role. It wasn't a conscious decision, but looking back, there are definitely some things that I've learned along the way that could also help you. I'm also actually in one of these transitions where there are 3 different kind of directions that my career can currently take. So they're all within the same organization, but yeah, I'm still in the process of kind of deciding what direction I want to go in. So without further delay, let's get into the tips. And the first one is find your people. And I'm going to start with the easiest one you can do right now, or hopefully when you finish this video, then you can go and do it. But it's never been easier to find and connect with like-minded people. So set up a professional IG account or whatever social media platform you are into. Maybe have a separate one for your funny cat videos. So stalk organizations and not job sites. It's something crazy like 85% of the jobs out there were not listed online. And I'll link to an interesting talk about this in the description below. Save organizations that you are interested in. And what I do on Instagram specifically is go to the save sections and you save a post for each organization that you're interested in a category. So you can have like realistic kind of organizations that you could potentially be a part of in the near future. You can have like these massive blue sky thinking organizations for inspiration that one day you might want to get to. If you click on the save button and it says add to collection, you can put it in a different album. So what I suggest you do is routinely go through these categories, because you end up following so many people on Instagram. It's hard unless they like automatically come up on your home news feed. You don't necessarily always remember to go and kind of check what they're doing at the moment. So what I suggest you do is kind of routinely go through them and just look at their most recent post, and then get a real good feel for where they are, what they're doing. We had someone recently who funded something for us, and I knew her name specifically because I had seen her constantly like and share and engage with us on social media. So it just gets your kind of name known to them. So don't mindlessly scroll for a purpose. This is just as much about mindset as it is about building a community. Kind of positive stuff in and positive stuff out. Like surround yourself with things that you want to aspire to. So moving on to our next one, invest time and money into yourself. This is about making yourself as employable as possible. It's not just your degree. I've said this in a few videos, but your degree is not enough. You need to build experience and skills around that. So you need to make valuable choices to make yourself more valuable. So build more skills through workshops, through online courses, YouTube videos, volunteering, internships. I know volunteering is seen as privileged, but it's what you choose to invest your time and your money in. I had a full-time and a part-time job to be able to afford my first volunteering stint, but it doesn't have to be international. You can do it locally. You can volunteer an afternoon a week. I'll link some videos about volunteering. Time is the most important one here. It's available to all of us, but it's our most valuable non-renewable resource. So you have to spend it wisely. Don't just think I'm doing my degree and switch off outside of that. Don't just think I'm doing my day job and switch off outside of that. What you're qualified in is not always and actually not often what you end up doing. So you need to invest the time outside of that. So number 3 is poke your nose under the tent and don't leave. There's a saying that I heard somewhere that if you let a camel poke its nose underneath the roof of your tent, you'll end up sleeping next to a camel. And that is true with organizations. Once you get your nose in the door, do not leave until you've got from it what you want. I cannot stress enough that no matter what role you are in or how you're connected to that organization, you make the most of that opportunity. So say you're volunteering, there's often things that you cannot tell about an organization from the outside. Be a sponge and learn all you can about that organization, and you'll quickly see where the gaps are and where you might be able to fill them. Number 4, be a problem solver. Get to know the real issues within the organization. There's never been a time where managers, CEOs have been more open about the challenges they are facing. They're getting more people involved in strategies and decision making. Make it about them and not you, and how you can fulfill their aims. NGOs rely on funding, and funding relies on donors and partners and even the public being happy about what you're doing. If there's anything you can do that makes your organization look better in the eyes of the donors, the people who have the money, then that is going to be a huge advantage and make you invaluable. Number 5 is build a good work ethic and be known for it. So by a good work ethic, I mean flexibility, adaptability, resilience. I credit my work ethic to my parents, not only the example they set me in their working lives, but also I had my first job with them when I was 13, so I think I got some kind of direct coaching in good work ethic. But it is something you can learn by continually evaluating how you're working. So not just things from your perspective, but things from your employer's perspective as well. As I mentioned in the previous section, donors are really important to NGOs. So there may be a few things that you're working on that you might be more interested in some than the others. Which of those kind of projects are going to be really important from your employer's perspective? And that's generally what you want to show your kind of value in. Because looking at from their perspective, if that means donors are happy, that means there's more funding, that means the project can kind of progress and you can progress within it. Whereas if you're constantly kind of giving resistance against what's going to make your organization successful, you may be inadvertently decreasing your own value to them. Everybody knows to build a good work ethic, but the thing is to be known for it. Make sure that your employers, that your people in your organization know that you're the person to go to ask for help with new projects. I'm not saying be a doormat and say yes to every single thing, but really kind of put out that air of that you're willing to help when you can. The more flexible you are, the more that your line managers are going to kind of approach you with different projects and see if you want to be involved in different things, and you'll be the first person in their mind that they will ask to help with a task. And by doing that, you can try out more areas in your job role. It gives you the opportunity to grow more. So number 6 is be a wide achiever, not a high achiever. With the rise of flexible working environments and hours, if the pandemic has given us anything positive, it's that we've never before been able to shape our working lives around our actual lives, which gives us now the massive opportunity to really kind of expand our skills and mold the work to suit your needs. And you might say, like, this is not possible in all jobs. How is it even possible in your job? How can you kind of change your job the way that you want it to be? But I would say that in any job, there's opportunity to broaden your skills, to kind of get you onto a different path or kind of push it the way that you want to go. Number 7 is never stop growing. Never become comfortable and complacent in the role that you are in. Always spend X amount of hours focusing on something that grows your skills in some way. Even if that's in your own time, if you can't kind of demonstrate the direct benefits that it would have to your employer, just do it. No one kind of owes you your dream job. No one's just going to hand it to you and say, look, do you want to do this training? Then you might want to do this, and that would be a better job, don't you think? No one's going to do that for you. So you have to decide to kind of pursue these opportunities when you can to go after the career that you want. Ask to be involved in certain projects. It might be in a different department, you know, ask if you can, even in your free time if you want to, like if you can sit in on some meetings about it or get involved in like the strategy or help with the social media side on it. Like just even if it's not in your role but in your organization, just show an interest. You'll be surprised at how kind of impressed that makes employers, that you are wanting to kind of expand your skills within the organization. The big thing is kind of to push yourself out of your comfort zone a little. Like don't get complacent with your job. Don't just kind of, oh, I've got this job, this is going to be my job forever. It just doesn't work like that anymore. You can't expect to have the same job for 20, 30 years, 40 years until you retire. The job market does not work in that way anymore. There's a really interesting talk that I'll link below, but it's all about not following your passion and following where you can add value. I've been kind of judgmental about the word passionate in the past, but it's a really valid point that your interests, your passions, they change over time. So you should really push to where you can add value at that time. Where can you add value within that organization? And finally, number 8, you can't see a job? Well, create it. 65% of the jobs you do don't even exist yet, and you're likely to have 5 career changes in your lifetime. That's career changes, not job changes. Especially when you think of conservation, which is such a rapidly growing area. The job that will be your dream job, your ideal job, probably doesn't even exist yet. Now, my CEO has often said, bring me the solution and not the problem. Now, you need to make yourself the solution. If you can see that there is a gap in your organization that your skills and your interests can fill, then you need to sell that. You need to demonstrate why that job should exist and why you should be in there. Often in conservation, you can apply for grants and demonstrate to donors why certain jobs would be valuable. So that's exactly what you can do. Right, I want to demonstrate something to you, but I've realized that I can't actually draw circles, so I'm gonna get a cookie cutter. So I'm gonna draw some circles. I've seen this done a few different ways, and this is kind of the way that resonates with me the most. Right, so we've got our 4 circles here. Okay, the top one is what you love doing. This one is what you are good at. I'm obviously not good at writing. This is what your organization needs. And probably most importantly, this is what you will get paid for. Okay, can you see that? So most jobs kind of start in this section. Maybe actually not even what you're good at. It might be just this section. So what you'll get paid for, what the organization needs. As you hone your skills, you get better at it, and then you're in this location. What you really want to aim to get to, your dream job, is really in this section here. So that's where all 4 collide. So what you love, what you're good at, what your organization needs, and what you can get paid for. So by kind of slowly creating your own job, I think it's easier to get to this point. Not easier, it's not easy at all, but it's more likely to get you to this kind of sweet spot in the middle here than just kind of searching online trying to find your dream job on a job site. So this is what you're aiming to get to. So hopefully those tips have made you feel a little bit better about not seeing your dream job on a job site, and instead has given you kind of the motivation to kind of create your own career in conservation while other people are competing for theirs. If you've made it this far, you're clearly interested in the topic, so I have put some links in the description of things that you might find interesting. And if you have found even a small part of this video valuable, then please say thank you the YouTube way and tap that like button. Thank you. Bye.